Good evening, boxing fans, and welcome to Andy's Cavern with me, Aberdeen Andy. Well, it's the day after the 5 versus 5. I hope you all enjoyed it. Personally, I thought it was a good show of boxing. All top fights, all fights that were kind of billed as being potentially very close and unknown outcomes. If you watch my preview video and my predictions that I said in that, they actually all five were correct, but I think that's just a bit of luck, maybe. I don't know. It makes me look like I know what I'm talking about, but to get all 5 correct is I'm quite chuffed with that. But I'm a boxing fan. I'm not an expert, so I'm not gonna claim I'm some kind of boxing fortune teller. But no, but I'm happy they were all correct. It wasn't until after I made the predictions that I thought I've actually picked all Queensberry fighters. But well done to Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn was beating a bit. Eddie Hills was eating a bit of humble pie, I think, wasn't he? He looked like he was reaching for the sick bag at some moments. But and well done to all the fighters. They all fought their hearts out, and it was just I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm sure you did too. I mean, it started off with Willie Hutchinson, a fellow Scotsman, who I thought he put on a brilliant display against Craig Richards, who, to me, looked maybe he was just a wee bit, wasn't he there at the races, was he? Whether he's just a wee bit past it. Seen better days maybe, but fair play to Willie Hutchinson. I thought he boxed very well, and then Nick Ball, who I'm a big fan of, because to me he's just a throwback fighter to the olden days, isn't he? That was a good fight with him and Ray Ford, a good bit of back and forth. A lot of the time I thought Ray Ford was fighting Nick Ball's fight, so that kind of played into Nick's hands. I mean, Ray could have used his height maybe to better advantage, height and reach, but well done Nick Ball, and especially after being robbed in his previous fight a world title. He should have already been a world champion, and that should have been a unification fight that he was going into there, so I was chuffed for him. Hamza Shiraz, he was I thought it was a very measured performance from Hamza Shiraz, a disciplined performance. I think he got rocked in the second round, but he just regrouped himself and stood strong, and I thought he boxed very well, very patient. A really good performance, a very mature performance, and I thought he belongs at world level, but I'd rather he didn't get rushed too quickly. They're talking about world title fights and that, but maybe better having another couple of fights before that. But I thought he did very well. Amal Williams played his part, didn't he? He went down fighting, didn't he? He played his part in what was a great fight as well. And then on to the heavyweights. Daniel Dubois, who a lot of people have questioned his heart. I actually picked him because I thought I just felt Hrgovic hadn't really impressed me in latter times, but Hrgovic came out looking sharp to start with. His timing looked good and whatnot, and he caught Dubois with a few good shots, but Dubois stood strong and boxed well, though I thought he'd have been better double jabbing more earlier. He would have had more success early on in the fight. I think his corner were asking for that, but all in all, he got the result, didn't he? He bashed Hrgovic up. Both his eyes were done, and he looked a bit despondent after he got a bit of damage, didn't he? So it's a bit of adversity. That's the signs of who's a good fighter and who's not, I suppose, or if they've got heart or if they've got not. For him to question Dubois' heart and then for it to be Hrgovic's heart, that looked like it was telling a bit, but you can't doubt any of these guys' hearts. I mean, they're getting in a boxing ring and taking part in a boxing match, which is, you need heart to get through the ropes and do that. So I'm chuffed for Dubois and his team. They all look delighted after that, so it's on to bigger and better things. Is he going to fight Joshua in September? They're talking about that, but whether that comes off or not, we'll have to wait and see. I'd actually pick him against Joshua. A lot of people will be picking Joshua, but Dubois got a big punch on him and a good jab. So let's see. Let's wait and see what happens there. And then Big Bang Zhang banged out Wilder big time, didn't he? Wilder, well, it was the jury still out in Wilder. What did he have left? Some people thought that about Zhang, but obviously Zhang's got more left than Wilder. Wilder just, I like to see him call it a day now. I don't want to see him going on, and I think he's got 7 kids. He's got a family to look after. So the last thing he needs to be doing is getting punched in the head. So I just hope they've all been well paid. I'm sure they have been out there, and so I enjoyed the 5 versus 5. I also enjoyed the Bivol fight. The Libyan guy, Malik Zanad, he came fighting. I did a wee short video about him before. I mean, I did say Bivol would. It's a pretty straightforward win for Bivol, but Zanad played his part in it. He made it entertaining, didn't he? He was. He's just needing to get a bit more experience, I think, and he could still be a good fighter. I think Turki Al Sheikh said he's welcome back for the next big show, so it must have shown him something that looked entertaining or whatever, eye-catching. So, but all in all, an enjoyable night of boxing. I know a lot of people have got reservations about boxing out in Saudi. Probably have a bit myself, but I certainly enjoyed that. There's good fights happening, so that's what we want. It's much better that than all this standoffishness and to see Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn or Eddie Hills and Bricktop at the end. You can actually see a bond between that two now, which is a couple of years ago you would have thought was unbelievable, but it's good to see because it's good for boxing. It doesn't matter about them; they're getting well looked after, aren't they? So, but it is good for boxing on a whole. But definitely enjoyed it. But I should have put a bet on for my 5 picks, shouldn't I? But as a wise man said, that would be a kiss of death. So yeah, betting's for mugs, isn't it? So anyway, we enjoyed it. It was all good. So let me see what you guys thought, and you can comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. But all in all, a good time had by all. So anyway, that's all for me just now, and till the next time, be healthy and be happy. Take care. Cheers.